We helped write a constitution back in 2003 that gave him all the power. And when it was approved in '04, it basically said, okay, we've got a light footprint strategy. That was the American NATO approach. And therefore, Mr. President, President Karzai, you basically have no power. So the one thing we think you probably should have is the power to hire and fire at will. Frankly, what a foolish concept for a country that's supposed to understand that democracy doesn't just mean the tyranny of the majority at the ballot box, but it means institutional checks and balances with protection for minority rights and division of power so that no one person becomes autocratic. Until this year, Afghan officials in Helmand province only traveled around the province by helicopter because the roads were basically owned by the Taliban. At this point, the Afghan officials are driving the roads. It's the first time I would come back and say at a micro level on the ground, what I saw really seemed to be working. If I was going to predict based on the campaign plan, it would be a very modest drawdown over the next 12 to 15 months, a faster drawdown beginning in the winter of 2012-2013.
For 2 years or so, superficially, the relationship looked like it was working. We had a strategic dialogue. We had limited Pakistani counterinsurgency operations. Of course, this year, the relationship has been falling apart. First with the Raymond Davis affair, and now, more importantly, with Abbottabad. Abbottabad raises a cloud over the U.S.-Pakistan relationship, which is unlikely to go away anytime in the near future. Ironically, the Pakistani army has suffered the worst in all of this. They have been humiliated in the eyes of the Pakistani people, and in fact, in their own eyes. The Pakistani army may be disturbed that high-value target number one was living in their midst, but they're even more disturbed that the United States military was able to get in there, kill him, and get out with absolutely no reaction. Really no alternative to engagement. Pakistan is too big, too important. This is not a country we can ignore. This is a country which will soon be the 5th largest country in terms of population, soon the 5th largest nuclear power in the world, and on effectively be the 4th largest nuclear weapons arsenal in the world. It is the home of more terrorists than any other country in the world. It is simply too important for the United States to ignore. Whether they were clueless or complicit, we can't rely on them to take care of Al-Qaeda.